we're back. Thank you for bearing with us while we took our break, everybody. Our heroes tonight have uncovered Daedalus and Icarus, and the fact that they were tied to each other is endlessly amusing to me, and I'll probably write a blog post about what they talked about while they were tied up. Because that's too bad for both of them, and I don't know who it's worse for. Our heroes rescued Daedalus. They headed up to Zothataku's office. That's just going to be his name from now on, Zothataku. Where they were able to interface with the Starhaven grid. Unfortunately, all of the preserver technology in the city seems to be shut down, which is not good for people like Chimera, who are made of preserver technology. Chimera realized that, Alara realized when she tried to enter the dormant Chimera's brain, that the voice on the other end was Agent Chuck Jones, who is now driving the Chimera robot for the moment. Possibly for a very brief moment. Our heroes debated about what to do. Daedalus was able to shut down the Omega Buster armor, which fell into Lake Lar. And before they could really decide what to do with that information, Starhaven came under siege by the forces of Conan Blood Ravager and the Starcon. Conan is an ancient enemy of Aelin, and I can't wait to see how that plays out. But Daedalus hacked into the security cameras and realized that there were multiple issues that needed the heroes' assistance, and they have decided to split up to go solve the problems. So I'm excited to see how that plays out. With Ursa and Chimera heading off to try to save a crash landing transport. Alara and... Who's going with Alara to the apartment building?
Icarus.
Aelin and Flynn heading off to answer Mama Kyger's favor, and the heroic forces of the Farsiders off to go save the starport. This is going to be a great propaganda move for Lady Lunar.
No.
Dang it.
Zoth gets to take all credit and denounce Lady Lunar once we get to that point.
Conan the Starbarian, yes.
Wow.
We could get to hero point.
Barbarian.
But we're going to start with Ursa and Chimera. Chimera, will you roll a d3 for me again?
Stop it.
You're just doing this to be. /D3.
/ roll d3.
Oh, now you tell me. Unrecognized command. Oh, screw it. I'm going with a D6. A 1.
As Chuck is driving the command console, the Chimera unit comes up behind him and throws him into the dark and takes control back.
What? Okay.
You're Chimera again for this scene.
For the scene.
Oh my god. Oh, if I can't traumatize your character, I'll traumatize you.
It's like you playing 18 different overdrives all over again.
Damn it.
Funny how that keeps happening specifically to Kevin.
Yeah. Yeah, curious that. And chat's back at it. All right. Miss Ursa, I must inform you that I am once again in control of this unit.
Chimera!
James is not.
It's so nice to have you back. I really did not like that other guy. Well, let's go stop this ship from crashing into the ground
Yes.
so we can get back to my sister. And your Aelin.
Yes, curious that Chimera has left Mistress Aelin.
Chimera wasn't in control.
All right.
Okay, I guess we're going to the opposite side. of
Yes.
Starhaven from wherever Alara is going.
The southwest district
Wow.
of Starhaven. So, Chimera and Ursa, you go rocketing off into the sky through telekinesis or through your flight pack, or giant Jeepers Creepers wings in Chimera's case, however you want to do it, Chimera. You do you.
I guess the flight belt will be less obtrusive than giant Jeepers Creepers rings, so I'll go with that.
And sure enough, you do see this large, decent-sized transport shuttle streaking from near the top of the dome towards the ground.
Okay.
Give me a perception check.
Oh.
$19.
15.
Both of you are able to tell that there are 8 passengers aboard, plus the unconscious pilot.
Okay. Well, another good reason not to do Jeepers Creepers wings is so that I can use all my ranks of shapeshifting. I want to dump those into strength for lifting only.
Okay.
To jack my physical strength to a. I think that'll be. No, it's been too long. I have 5 ranks from my shapeshifting to dump into whatever, so that would make my strength 16.
That's pretty strong.
Yes. Well, I'm trying to catch a falling object, so yes.
Excellent.
Yeah. So I want to try to catch it, relying on the flight belt to sort of bleed off velocity, so it doesn't crash, but so it can come gently to the ground and then can be safely put down, and we can deal with anyone on board who needs help.
If
Go
I can,
ahead.
I'd like to help him by slowing it down with telekinesis.
So you guys want to do this as a team check?
Yeah.
Excellent. So whoever is helping, it sounds like Ursa, because Ursa
Yeah.
has a plus 11. Do you have teamwork, Ursa?
I sure do.
So that's another
I
plus
do as
5.
well.
Oh, okay.
A.
You guys sent the right people to go stop this thing.
It's almost like we're a well-oiled machine over here.
Okay, what am I rolling? And plus what?
You're gonna roll a d20 plus your telekinesis ranks plus 5.
D20 plus telekinesis rank is 12?
That sounds right.
Yes, 12 plus 5. Okay, hold on.
Plus 17.
Thank you. 16 plus 17.
33. You're gonna give Chimera the full plus 5 bonus for teamwork.
Cool.
And then Chimera, you're gonna roll a d20 plus 21. The way this check works, the shuttle is moving at speed rank. Each degree of success on this check to stop it is going to decrease that speed rank by 7. Or by 1. Sorry, by 1. The goal was to get the 7 to reduce to 0.
All right. Plus 21, you said?
Yes. 16 for the powerlifting that you shapeshifted into. Plus 5. Oh, sorry. It's plus 26 because you have plus 5 for teamwork and plus 5 for the team check.
Whoop, whoop.
Nice.
All right. Oh my god, a 27. Just kidding. 42.
Nice.
Are you happy with a 42?
Are you?
What?
Are you what? The problem is, that's a 16. I don't know if I can do much better than that. But since you're being unsubtle,
I always ask when it's a good thing, when it's a bad thing. Sometimes I like to ask when it's a good thing.
all right. So yeah, we're gonna stick with that 16 because the second roll was crappier.
Well, that is a difference of 22 from the DC, which is going to be 5 degrees of success. You have reduced the shuttle from speed rank 7 to speed rank 2.
Excellent.
It's still moving, but it is moving significantly slower. Tell me what this scene looks like with the two of you.
So, Chimera sort of kicks the flight belt on. You see sort of a ripple in his form as he's adjusting his shape-shifting power to enhance his physical strength. It's probably I assume Ursa's powers are not subtle, so there's probably some visible energy effect of her telekinesis sort of straining against this ship as it's slowly
It actually is
decelerating.
subtle.
Oh my god, I'm an idiot.
So
All
get
right,
out
so
of my
there's
face.
who's narrating here?
You're doing it wrong.
Well, damn, there she is. Okay.
I'm taking
So
away
this-
Ursa's teamwork advantage.
Or it should only be like a +2. I don't know.
Mm.
So anyway, so fine. It looks like Chimera's doing all the work because your power's subtle. So there. You like that narration better? All right, good.
Yeah.
But the craft begins decelerating. It's probably straining sounds of metal from its superstructure as it's and that's hope that speed rank 2 is a survival. What is that, like 30 feet?
I think it's 8 miles an hour.
Whew. I'll have crashed harder than that. You'll be fine.
You let it go and it rockets off into the sky.
Wait, what?
I'm just kidding.
Now you're getting crazy over there.
And then give me one more team check to see if you could stop it all the way.
Do I lose +5 because she's very unteamworky? Just kidding.
Shut up. 20. Was it 27? Yeah, 27.
Yeah,
I
so
joked about that one before, but now it's there for real. So I'm going to spend that last hero point.
you don't have to. You don't have to.
You sure?
Yep. Because you're getting the +5 from Ursa's teamwork to get that 26. 27 is 2 degrees, which is the last 2 you needed to stop the shuttle. So
Looks like you needed me after all.
it's true. It wouldn't have stopped it without Ursa. Ursa, do you want to say what happens at the end of the crash, quote unquote, here?
Oh no, I think Kevin's doing a great job. Want to hear what Kevin said? Go for it.
Well, her powers have no visible effect. The pride rolling off of Ursa clearly serves to decelerate the shuttle in its last 2 bits of speed.
Excellent. And Chimera,
I've been Agent Jones for too long. I can't go back now.
So Chimera, you the shuttle sort of sputters and sparks and comes to its engine burns out in your grasp, and you're able to put it safely down on the ground. You do see that a number of people come spilling out of it. They are very happy to see the both of you, including somebody dressed. Actually, you know this fellow. It's Commander. Where are you, Commander?
The commander?
Oh, it's sorry, Corporal Lance Antilles.
I thought for a minute that Emerald City Knights was crashing into us again. Just kidding.
Is that the guy that almost got eaten by the dinosaur?
No, that's Agent Jones.
This was the
Shit,
guy
that's right.
from really early on where he and his crew were gonna go take their starfighters out on patrol when we went out in the Marion for the first time.
Mhm.
And we said, "Don't shoot us down," and we were testing your testing your defensive screen.
Yeah,
I have no memory of this.
Turns out that was a bad test.
It was a very bad test.
He does look at both of you. You haven't seen him since the beginning of the campaign, so he's like, "Aren't you guys the crew of the Marion?"
That is correct.
You guys just saved our lives.
That is correct.
I was on my way to the starport to help out the other pilots who were there. And he reaches into his pockets and he hands you a comlink. I can help get these people to safety if you can go help the pilots. You can use this to coordinate with them. They're trying to get to their scram fighters to go do what they can to help defend the city from the cruisers.
Okay. Thanks.
No, thank you. You guys are heroes. This is definitely going to my report.
Yeah, I'll remember that the next time you see the wanted posters. She'll wink at him.
I didn't have anything to do with that, but yes, I will. I will put in a good word with HQ.
Okay. Well, Chimera, let's be off then.
Very good. So, head to the rendezvous.
Meanwhile, with Mama Kiger, Aelin, and Flynn, how are you guys getting to the drop-off point?
Farsighters have to have some sort of vehicle we can take, yeah?
Yeah, because we're gonna need a vehicle of some sort because we're picking up multiple people. So yeah,
You can definitely borrow a speeder.
if I borrow, we mean take.
Mhm.
I mean, Zathataku will give you one. You don't have to take it. Probably feels better if you take it, though. It's easier to pilot if it's stolen.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's hot.
And you all race up to the draft snarl, where you're able to coordinate with Gluza, who you see standing outside of Debs with a big laser blaster that's a little bit too big for her little form. She says, "Mama said you was coming. Come over here."
So besides Deb, we assume, who else are we taking?
And she opens the swinging door for you guys, and you see Deb is there, minus the wig. She's dressed in looks like 80s punk military attire. She's got a green combat jacket. She's got Doc Martens on.
And spikes. Spikes everywhere.
Yes. She has a red wig that's shaved on one side of her head, holding a pistol. And you see Citizen Sun Ren. Who asked you, Chuck, had gotten his head cut off?
We see you are doing better.
What are you talking about?
Perhaps we didn't see you lose a head.
I don't think I know who you are. My head is still firmly attached to my body, yes. And I would like for it to remain that way, so if we can get a move on, that would be great. And he has an assistant with him, who's sort of a mousy looking lore. She's got light blue skin, glasses, a bun, and she's got a notepad that she's punching in, like, Citizen Sun Ren is not going to make it to this appointment.
Aelin just narrows her eyes at Citizen Sunrun because she remembers what happened on the island.
On the island where nobody goes.
Mm-hmm.
Gluza actually looks up at you and says, "That's where we're going. We got to make our way across Lar Lake and get these three to the safety of the compound."
Yeah, but last time we were at the compound, someone lost a head. Side eye.
Someone with a penchant for colluding with our mutual enemy.
Are you here to talk ethics, or are you here to do your job?
Well, seeing how I saw this person die already, I don't know if we're necessarily. I don't want to transport someone that's not really them to where we're supposed to take them. Won't be much as a safe house if we hand deliver the enemy there.
We did forget to bring our hearse.
Gluza looks up at the two of you like, "What are you doing?" "Can I talk to you over here?" says Gluza.
Head over with Gluza.
Look, I know the guy's an asshole, but like, we're criminals. We
Literally
have a
saw
job.
his head. Well, saw his head leave his body. So unless you can tell me that their species can put their heads back onto their bodies after they get chopped off, I'm suspicious as fuck. So
Have you been able to verify his identity, Cluza?
Nah, I left my DNA scanner at home. I got an idea.
Who's the smartest?
Guza
Okay.
goes behind the bar and comes back and hands Sunren an apple.
Is it a maple?
Actually, when Sunren holds the apple, his form begins to destabilize.
Blaster pistol comes out, focuses on the destabilizing form.
And he melts down, down, down until he turns into a Gru, dressed like Citizen Sunren.
Guns.
Well, being suspicious has its advantages, doesn't it, Sunren? Or whoever you actually may be.
We are Gru.
We are going to be paced on the sidewalk if we don't get out of our vehicle and tell us exactly what we were doing.
Sorry, cat distracted me in chat.
No more toast.
No,
Toast!
it was the maple thing.
It was a really cute toast, though.
And the Gru sort of looks up at you and has these. It kind of grows yellow eyes to look at you. And it says, "It is curious to us that you don't see the opportunity present in taking control of an Imperium resistance cell from the inside. The Metamind is aware of this situation developing on Starhaven.
And it is willing to help? For what?
For the inevitable destruction of the Starcon, and for the conquest of the galaxy under the Great Metamind."
There it is.
The assistant looks shocked.
Mm-hmm. Gluza, what exactly is this one's contract with Mama? Or did she owe this one a favor?
I've got to check with Mama Kiger because I think her contract is with Citizen Sunren, but if he's decapitated, that's probably not valid for Gru infiltrators.
God,
The assistant's like, "Can I at least go to safety?"
Pick up the apple.
We'll see.
She gives you the same look Cat gives me every time I give her the apple.
I didn't know
And-
that that's what it was supposed to do.
And she picks it up, and nothing happens. "My name's Jan. I'm just an employee of Tamira Van."
Well, we suppose we could do something for you. You would owe us later, of course.
Okay. "Oh, you how? Like,
A favor to be called in at a time of our choosing. Right, Captain?
yes.
and she'll say, "Yeah, sure. I don't have much reach, especially now that my boss is a Gru." That should be a sitcom.
let's live through this first before we start making any new vids.
Well, yeah, but you guys are gonna solve this problem, right?
We are 2 people.
You are 5 people.
No, there's only 2 of us here.
Well, here, but I guess technically you're 8 people.
And it's like, technically, there's 4 of us here. Just saying. We could have Wolverined you and actually sent you with every group. Just saying.
It's true.
Aelin is on every team in the Uspep too. Aelin
Gemstars?
Gemstar
Aelin.
activate.
Honorary Gemstar.
Any luck, Guza?
Amakager says to leave the Gru here, but to take Deb and the assistant to safety.
What Mama wants, Mama gets. Out of the transport crew.
The Metamind will hear of this. Sorry, the
Ask
Metamind
you.
has heard of this.
We don't
And
care.
ask you if I give a fuck. We're in the middle of a war. Don't care.
And the Gru...
Leave the Gru in the dust. Turn to Flynn. Last thing we need is the Metamind with a lot of Stellar Conate tech.
Yes. Last thing we need is Gru.
And the Gru is going to go find somebody else's identity to steal. Probably Valerius Cornus.
Oh.
Actually, I don't think there's any way for you guys to figure this out, but the Valerius that went into the goo was a Gru.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's been on my mind since it happened.
He's never really been here.
Yes.
5 people have stolen Valerius's identity, and that amuses me to no end.
I feel so bad for him.
Only one of them
Just
stole
so-
his phone, but
He's just so unrecognizable.
Yeah.
Cool. So, Aelin and Flynn, I'm going to need a skill challenge for you guys to take these people to safety.
Kidok.
There's a couple of steps. We're going to need a perception check to find the safest routes, or an expertise smuggler check, or an expertise space pirate check, anything like that. Guiding this vehicle is going to require either a persuasion check if you're allowing Gluza to drive, expertise tactics, or a vehicles check. Clearing obstacles will require an athletics or relevant power check. Distracting or tricking the pursuing Imperium soldiers requires a deception check. So yeah, you are free to divide up those tasks between the two of you.
Would you like to start driving while I start pointing out a good direction, Captain?
Sure. Just yeah.
While
for
we start.
driving.
While we start. Yeah.
I don't know what Alex was smoking. First
Mhm.
I'm driving.
Wow, Flynn.
Oh,
We would caution
That's a
about
good-
running into that pole.
it's a good thing I'm lucky. Because I rolled a 1.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's a better roll.
29.
That is a much better roll.
I couldn't have only got 1 point better.
That's true. 29 is going to be 3 degrees of success for the skill challenge.
I will have Aelin roll perception to point out all the hazards in the roadway. That is a 34.
Sure, Jan.
No, she's in the back.
I saw it. I saw the turtle shell. I saw it. I swear I saw it.
We are
30.
fairly certain that's another Gru.
It's all grew the whole way down. That is 4 degrees of success. And then either a deception check or a powers check or an athletics check to avoid the Imperium and to clear obstacles.
I can do deception, Jonesy. Do you have anything you want to do?
No. Just
Okay.
the only thing, other thing I'd be maybe using the vehicle weapons. So
Okay, doke. Let's say 32 on the deception roll, Alex.
Oh my god. I forgot Andy can actually roll dice. That's 3 degrees of success.
So 10 between 3 rolls.
Yep. And Flynn, I actually don't need a check because you guys have succeeded so thoroughly in such a short amount of time. It takes about an hour, but you are able to get from here to the safe house with no issues. None of the Kiger clan are hurt. None of the passengers are hurt. And as a matter of fact, thanks to your success, you have earned the party a permanent +2 circumstance bonus when interacting with Mama Kiger.
Woohoo!
Full stop. As your reputation goes up with the Kiger clan. You also get a 10% discount on the black market. Do you guys want to narrate what this amazing escape looks like?
Jonesy?
yeah. So we jump into the transport we stole or borrowed from the Farsiders, and we're making our way through, cutting through back alleys, spinning around debris and flaming wreckage from previous fights, and Andy's shooting away at some of the Imperials that are chasing after us, mostly to like shooting at walls and stuff to cause debris and other things to fall on their way, so that they have to swerve and lose sight of us as we are making our way through the back streets of the city.
I love it. Anything you want to add, Aelin?
At some point in time, Aelin stops firing out the back and basically turns the weapons over to Gluza to let her
She giggles.
to let her have a little bit of
Stitch
fun.
impersonation.
At that point, Aelin basically takes over, and since we're in the draft snarl,
Yes.
and this is kind of home turf territory, she points out a few shortcuts that the transport can take that the Imperium's vessels just don't have the slim frame to fit through.
Perfect. And sure enough, you are able to make your way to the safe house over on Lar Island. You do see the situation is still bad in Starhaven. There are still, these ships have sort of locked down all over the place, and there are thousands of new robots all over the place, just capturing as many people as possible.
Do they look like Watson robots?
Some of them do. Most of them
Okay.
look like the Cyclopses and the Centaur robots that you've seen before.
Okay.
Well, I'm confused now because wouldn't those all be preserver tech robots? And isn't all preserver tech shut down?
That is a very curious thing to you, Flynn. If you want to make an expertise preserver lore check for me, I will see if it is that curiosity has any additional information.
No, but Flynn has no idea because Flynn's going to ask, "Hey, I thought all the stupid preserver tech stuff is down. How come there are thousands of new preserver robots running all over the place?" Since we're all mind linked.
Yep.
You are all mind linked. If any of
Cough,
you
cough,
preserver
Alara.
people would like to make a check.
Cough, cough. Chimera.
I was muted. Yeah, I can put my brains trying to figure that out. I feel like I should save these points, to be honest. I don't know. Does Chimera know anything?
I don't know. It's weird, yo.
Do one.
Do you?
Do you, Chimera?
Do one.
Give me an
That's a
expertise
weird-
preserver tech check.
I will surely, as soon as I find that tab. Yeah, okay. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
No. I know nothing. By rolling a 4 for a total of 15, no.
I will. Is this super important? Is this point worthy?
I mean, that's up to you to decide.
Oh, I didn't want to decide. That's why I was asking the table. All right. I will spend the point and only have 2 going into whatever is about to happen. But I'll give that another go.
Is this point worthy? Everything's point worthy.
28.
With the 28, Alara, as you are trying to wrap your mind around why this could be a possibility, you come up with a couple of possible options. You think maybe some of the Starhaven technology is under the purview of one preserver AI, and there is a different preserver AI that is controlling these robots, and maybe that AI is what's been shut down rather than a planet-wide shutdown. You also note that the oxygen hasn't turned off yet, so whatever is blocking the preserver tech is not blocking all of the preserver tech. It could be that there is a bypass that has been implemented into these robots. It could be that they have their own additional Wi-Fi signal, or maybe they're running off of some kind of master control switch that is separate from the preserver line of technology.
But I wouldn't know where to look for that sort of thing.
Um,
Or would I know how I could go about looking for that sort of thing?
Give me an insight check.
26.
These thousands of robots were just built by the fake Daedalus. So it is possible that the fake Daedalus has the master control switch for these robots, or whoever the fake Daedalus is working for.
Fake Daedalus is drowning in the bottom of Lake Lar.
Yeah, and fake Daedalus wouldn't have spent time building all these robots if they weren't going to be useful in the invasion.
Okay. So I'll put that over the network that the fake Daedalus may have the control over these 2 robots or whoever he might be working with.
Wonderful.
So we at least have a way to shut those down when the time comes. Or when we can, rather.
We have to dig the Omega Buster suit out of the bottom of the lake.
Well, we know where to find it, so at least we know we have an option.
Is
True.
Daedalus part of the Mind Link?
I would have allowed. I mean, yeah, everyone who was splitting up to do a thing in that room probably would have been on the link.
Calvin, roll a d20 plus 22.
D20 plus 22. Wow. 23.
Daedalus is going to spend a hero point reroll.
Okay.
Daedalus grumbles.
Slightly better. 30.
So it's a
40.
40.
Oh, yes. It's a hero point. 40.
He says, actually, I have a lead on these, the master control for those robots. It is being controlled by the other Daedalus, but not from within Starhaven. It looks like it's originating from the Facet Wild, from my remote lab there. So whoever this other Daedalus is knows I have a remote lab there. He might be a Gru.
There seem to be a number of them running around impersonating people today.
It's kind of their thing.
We know.
Shoot.
I am the Gru Man. I'll give you the coordinates for that. It could be important for somebody to go out to the Facet Wild and shut that off.
With everything else we have going on, how's the siege at the starport going?
Zathataku will chime in and say, "Bad. Send help, please."
We're on our way.
Meanwhile, over at the Hall of Justice, the apartment building, Alara and Icarus show up. You do see that there is a group of construction robots that have come through. It looks like a number of other vehicles have joined their uprising, and they have already, as you arrive, an explosion rocks the foundation of the building. It looks like the building is going to collapse if you don't do something fast. Give me a perception check, Alara.
Yep. 22.
22 is pretty good. With a 22, you notice there are about 20 civilians trapped in this building.
Do I sense the trooper or the moonstone within the vicinity?
You do. He is still in the basement. You get the impression he is trapped down there.
Okay. Valerius, or Icarus, rather. We need to get
Icarus is
inside.
fine.
We need to get inside and get those people out of there.
Actually, on the job, you should call me Phoenix. And he pulls a mask over his face.
Goodness. Phoenix, then. We need a way to get past all these robots. I have some preserver knowledge, but I'm not sure if you have some... You seem to have some sort of technical skills.
Yes.
Okay.
I hate him.
Could we fashion something to distract these robots so we can get in there?
Well, it looks like the robots are leaving. And he points, and they're making a whistling noise, and they're patting the dirt off of their hands, and they're moving on to the next building to demolish.
Oh. Okay, well then let's just get in there very quietly.
Maybe I should go stop them from destroying another building.
Well, there's still people in this one, and it's about to collapse. Hopefully we can get them out before the other building becomes too damaged.
Do you have a plan? And he sort of gestures to his jetpack and looks up at the 20 people looking down from the various windows.
How many people can you carry with your jetpack?
Probably 2 if they're small.
Looking at the buildings, it seems like there's enough time for him to make 10 trips.
You think between a number of 1 and 5, the building's going to fall down on round 5.
There's construction equipment around, right?
Yes.
Anything I could use to put up some sort of temporary, something to temporarily hold the building in place to give Phoenix a bit more time, because I cannot fly.
Sorry, Phoenix can't see right now. He's in the shade.
He wouldn't keep leaving himself open to being shaded.
Kat says, "Can we trust you to use the jetpack and not fly too close to the sun?" No promises.
Yeah. Apollo's nowhere to be found on Starhaven.
Look, the sun was a lot closer 5,000 years ago. You guys don't get it.
What?
It was on Earth. A chariot had to carry it across the sky every day. It was a whole thing. The world has changed. It was 2-dimensional. It was flat.
Well, we're on the moon now, so.
That's true. Apollo is nowhere near here. It's a lot harder to get too close to the sun on Europa.
True.
Daedalus says, "I can see if I can reprogram some of the robots to get them to come and assist with stabilizing the building."
Okay, you work on that. I'll see if I can get some of this equipment to work for us, and then we'll work our way through the building with the survivors. You start at the top, I'll start at the bottom.
Perfect. What would you like to roll, Alara?
I don't know, I mean, I was really hoping this is some sort of preserver crane.
It can be for a
But-
hero point.
Oh gosh, I only have 2 of those, and I'm probably gonna need them. I can take a chance on a technology check.
I believe
Yeah.
in you. If your vehicles is higher, you can make a vehicles check.
It is 1 point lower.
You know what? I will let you make an expertise preserver's lore check. Not because the crane is a preserver crane, but because the building is a preserver building.
Sure, I might know what structures to reinforce for a temporary hold.
Mhm.
I'll take it. I'm desperate.
I mean,
need
they
that
built these
stone.
things. Built these things, 50,000 cycles ago, and they're still standing. So, I mean,
Did they build this city on rock and roll?
yes.
Mostly rolling now.
Oh,
29.
give him that hero point. Give him that hero point. Andy.
All right, I'll give that hero point to Aelin begrudgingly.
Jokes you think are funny, jokes you think aren't funny.
That you got me. You got me so good. That's 2 degrees of success, Alara, as you begin stabilizing the building with the crane. What does that look like, Alara? I don't think I've ever pictured Alara using heavy equipment.
Neither has she. So it takes a bit of time to get used to. But I'm kind of picturing it's maybe not as complex as she initially expected when she realizes which lever, like this one goes forward and this goes up and down. And then once she maps that out, she's able to like bring a support beam or something around and get it wedged in a spot that seems a bit damaged, but with extra support is able to keep the building from swaying as much.
Excellent. Phoenix is gonna roll a technology check to see if he can convince some robots to quit being dicks. And get a natural 20, because why shouldn't he roll significantly better than his father all the time? Although don't give him a complex, because he literally rolled a natural 20 and got 2 less than his dad's last technology skill. That's going to be 4 degrees of success, because we're looking for a DC 20. As he flies over with his jetpack and begins taking the panels off of the back of some of these robots and moving things around, and he begins welding a couple of things with his spot welder, and very quickly gets the Cyclops robots to come back this direction and begin holding up baseboards and crumbling walls. And he sends a couple to go start evacuating prisoners or civilians.
Prisoners.
Alara,
Yeah.
the robots that he doesn't hack into see what's happening and they get irritated. And they're going to come back this way and attack you guys. One of them is going to attack Icarus. And get a 26 to hit, which will hit. He doesn't have his fancy armor on, so that's not good. But he succeeds on a DC 21 toughness save and is unharmed by the robots who come and begin banging on his shins, trying to pull him down and rip him into pieces. Alara, same thing.
Ooh.
Or, I'm sorry, he gets a bruise. It's DC 23, not DC 21. So he will take a bruise. Does a 15 hit your parry DC against things without brains?
Is that how the defense worked? Didn't we have this conversation before? And it still,
I think we have had this conversation before.
and it was still somewhat It was still functional against like, or at least the defense was.
I think so, because it didn't have a flaw that said requires.
Yeah, the defense didn't have the flaw. All my offensive
Yeah.
stuff does.
Okay, so yeah, it's still that was what makes it effective. So 15 will miss.
Yes.
So the robots come to the crane and they start trying to get you out of it. One other group of robots is going to try and attack the crane. And they will hit the crane. Will you roll a d20 plus 10 for me for the crane?
Okay, come on, Crane. Be so tough. Plus 10?
Yes.
Ooh.
The crane is big tough. As the robots come and start trying to yank things off of it, and they're not able to quite wrench anything important away from the superstructure.
Heck yeah. That's Starhaven steel.
The robots look at you. They're like, "We're made of Starhaven steel."
Well, while they ponder that quandary,
What would you
I'm
like to
gonna
do?
hope that they are distracted trying to destroy this crane that they're having some trouble with, and scramble my way into the basement of the building
Excellent.
and tell Phoenix, start rescuing people from the upper floors. I'll work my way up and meet you halfway.
I'm a little busy here.
Okay, then keep the robots distracted and I'll do what I can.
You got it. So the robots are pinching flesh off of his legs. Ow, ow, ow.
Ankle biters. A lot of them.
Alara, you make your way downstairs as the building is rumbling and trembling, trying to keep itself erect, but definitely things are starting to collapse. The lights are beginning to go out and the sprinkler system has turned on. You come down into the basement, and sure enough, you do see part of the basement has collapsed. The Imperium soldier with the super speed is pinned down in the corner against the far end of the room. He has a very large beam through his leg that has nailed him into the ground.
Do I see the half of the moonstone anywhere?
You do. He's wearing it around his neck.
So
Well,
it's like, good that. Do I see the stone, though?
Yeah.
I mean, priorities.
Help me. Help me, please.
Take the stone first.
Is there any, like, indication that if I move closer, there might be more damage? Like, is the floor very precarious? I mean, you're on the bottom, so I don't know if that's going to be an issue.
It doesn't look like the floor is going to collapse or anything, but you do feel like you want to move sort of gingerly through here. Give me a perception check, actually.
Okay. I feel like I'm going to need these for, like, escaping out of here.
I'm going to ask my favorite question. Are you happy with the 12?
Oh,
Nat 1.
Ugh.
Golly.
Not really, but I feel like I'm going to need these points to save myself from whatever I'm about to miss, so I'm going to have to live with it.
Cool. So, yeah, and I guess you are distracted by the jewel of your eye being in front of you.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
Going to move as quick as I can, as carefully as I can towards him, eyes on the stone, largely ignoring his pleas for help.
Yes, the maple of your eye, as it were. And he kind of looks up at you. Please, you have to get this. You have to get this out of me so I can run to safety.
Run to safety? You were doing plenty of running earlier today. Sure you haven't got it all out of your system?
I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't control it.
Well, you know what? I can take care of that for you. Just need you to do me one favor and stay still. I'm going to take back what you happen to take from me.
What are you talking about? I haven't taken anything from you.
Right. You're kind of wearing it right now. You know, your friends are making quite a mess up there.
I found this. This is important.
Get the stone before you talk shit, Calvin.
I'm moving slowly.
Stop monologuing.
Every
no.
good villain needs a monologue moment.
Totally got me monologuing. Sly dog.
That wasn't even intentional, but I was doing it. Sure, I can help you. Just give me a moment to get closer. Don't want to bring this whole thing down upon us.
Hurry, I can't feel my legs.
And once I'm close enough, a couple things. First, I'm going to crouch down and grab that stone. And second, God, I don't have time for this, but I'm going to do a crunch.
Dang.
Monster. Don't miss.
It's not up to me. He has to roll the safe.
Yeah. Let me go look real quick.
I can perceive.
You can perceive his brain. It's right there. And he sees how important this thing to you is all of a sudden. Sorry, point at my basic heroes handbook real quick. Speedster. Oh, he doesn't have a horrible will. What's the DC? 25?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Bye.
Calvin, I've got good news and I've got bad news.
Oh,
no.
I felt like this was an only good news kind of situation.
Good news is he's staggered. The bad news is you were 1 point away from making this not happen. And he, I'm going to give you a hero point.
Oh, no.
Oh no, Calvin.
No, I shouldn't.
That's what you get for monologuing.
Oh, just stop fucking around.
Oh.
So you feel his mind. You start crunching into it, and he kind of grabs you with one hand with super speed, and he looks at you, and he says, "The Starcon will prevail." And he runs his other hand along the ground fast enough to create a spark, and the gas leak that you didn't notice down here blows the whole building up.
Oh man.
Alex, remember that you said you wouldn't kill Alara?
That's
if
up to
Ursa wasn't
Alara.
there.
So I'll just dodge out of the way.
Did we just
I
kill
just
Phoenix
dodged out of
again?
It's fire. He's used to it by now.
Phoenix is in the building. He's not at ground zero where Alara is. So Alara, I'm actually just gonna need you to give me a toughness save.
Damn it, Calvin.
And Alex said nothing
No.
about giving your sister third-degree burns.
Okay. Whoo. Channel all of the luck in my body.
He's
Into
about
this.
to have a villainous appearance of just burned face. It's about to be another.
13. What are the odds I can do better than that with a hero point roll? Odds are better that I can do better with a hero point roll.
You got it.
No. Yeah.
How many times can I can only use a hero point once for a reroll, right?
No, you can use
Oh.
use as many hero points to reroll as you want.
Okay, I'm at the center of an explosion with a building on top of me. I need as much as I can muster here. Okay, something that's not the same thing.
Okay.
That's better.
And I'll have one left to save myself from whatever else. To 25.
25. Let me roll for Phoenix real quick.
Oh god.
So when I suggest it in chat, just wait for the building to collapse on him, then dig out the moonstone from the rubble below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have just went with that.
Oh, Phoenix, you poor bastard.
I thought it'd be in and out.
Oh, there. I was like, where's his character sheet? It's up there in the dark, hiding from me. Because he does not want to roll this check.
Again. Some more.
19, he fails the dodge check. Oh my god. What's 35 minus 8?
27.
Oh my god, Phoenix is dead again.
Wow.
Good job, Calvin.
So Alex is going to have to contrive
Might
yet
be.
another way for another reason that Mortis needs to go into the underworld to get Phoenix out.
Sorry, not a 35, a 36. 36 minus 8.
It doesn't matter. It's one different.
Yep. So, Phoenix and all the 20 innocent people in this building are annihilated by the explosion. Alara, you take a stagger as you survive the initial
Did you
explosion.
just kill Phoenix again?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Telling you, man. Phoenix is in the underworld punching the air right now.
God damn it, I'm back!
Mortis is trying to figure out how to use call blocking on his phone.
Centurion's like, hey son, did you fail again? Why don't you come on in for a glass of sweet tea?
Trey would never say such a thing.
Are you losing, son? Ugh.
Maybe being alive's not for you. It's working out for Uncle Ben.
Wow.
This is definitely contributing to the Alara villain story.
Yeah.
Villain origin story.
So how screwed am I?
You're staggered. You're not dead. You will have to find some way out of the rubble. And actually, Ursa and Chimera, as you are arriving at the building, it blows up. And Alara is nowhere to be seen.
Can I sense my sister inside?
Faintly.
Your sister smells like barbecue.
Oh jeez.
Wow.
Okay. Do you want me to do something? Or are we taking turns? Like, what's the move here?
It's up to you guys. We were out of combat at this point.
I will try. I'm gonna start tearing pieces off of the house, trying to find my sister. And I'll send a message to Alara in her head, saying like, "Are you in that building?"
Is the mind link still up? Or did it drop?
Give me a will save, Alara.
I thought that the twins could always communicate with each other.
The twins can.
Don't know.
24.
Wiki, your moral support would have kicked it up to a bruise and a daze instead of a bruise and a stagger. With the 25.
That's fine with me. I feel like I'm gonna get staggered again pretty quick, and I don't want to get staggered twice.
Poor Phoenix, man. The mind link does not drop. You guys hear, you guys feel an explosion in your brains as Alara is not able to quite keep her surprise at this from filtering out to everybody else, but Alara is still conscious and you are all able to still communicate.
Where are you?
Well, actually, before I respond to that, so I just want to know, like, the situation that I'm in right now. Like, the whole room, I assume, is on fire, collapsing.
Collapsed. You are in the bottom of a
Said.
pile of rubble.
Can I see the stone?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Give me a D20
Yes.
plus. Give me a D. The stone shouldn't have to make. Nah, the stone's immune to that. You're fine. Yeah, the stone is there.
Can I reach the stone?
Wouldn't
Or
that
am I,
be
like,
some
pinned
shit?
down? I mean, it is it's. I mean, she needs it. She needs it to save her home and her boyfriend.
She
Fair.
tried to grab it, but then the room exploded.
Yeah, is it like within reach?
High or low?
Gotta go high, of course.
It is within reach.
It's good.
So as Alara is like reaching and scrambling and trying to grab at the stone, she's saying, "Yes, there was an explosion. There was gas or something in the building, and I see the stone. So I just need a moment. I could actually probably use a hand here."
Ursa will fly up. Wait. So it's crashed? Like, is it all fallen now? There's no like top level anymore?
Yes, the whole building is in the crater. There's a big gray cloud of ash and soot and probably pulverized human in the air.
Okay, so she will start tearing like wreckage apart, looking for Alara, and also sort of keeping an eye out for Phoenix as well.
Alara, give me a perception check as you are reaching for the stone.
Perception. 26.
I'm going to give you a hero point.
Oh no.
As you see the stone and you are reaching for it from your pinned location, trying to grab a hold of it, the ferryman's hand moves the stone away from you.
Jeez.
What are you doing?
That wasn't very heroic what you did just now.
Well, you can't fault me for something that I didn't see. I was going to rescue the other people. I just needed a moment to get the stone. I told Phoenix the plan. You can go ask him.
No, it can't. He's dead.
No, he wasn't even...
Along
I
with
thought
20 other innocent people.
And
All because you chose to show your aunt's malice instead of compassion to somebody who was wounded.
He was an enemy. His allies are attacking Starhaven right now.
Just because
Didn't need
somebody
to show
is...
him compassion.
He reaches down and grabs the stone, and he goes
No.
upstairs.
No!
Where does he go?
He goes upstairs. And Ursa,
Upstairs.
you see him come up, float up through the floor.
What are you doing here? Wait. Yeah, we saw him. Never mind.
Yep. He throws the stone to you, Ursa.
I don't want this.
That's the reason you should have it.
I'm just going to give it to my sister.
You can't.
You mean I can't?
I won't allow it.
What?
The stone is yours.
I don't want it.
Good.
Why are you here?
Because your sister failed her test.
What test?
The last time the stone fell into the wrong hands, great evil was committed across the solar system.
My sister is not going to commit evil across the solar system.
Ask her what happened here.
I'm sure she made the right decision.
Well, then perhaps you shouldn't have it either.
It's too late. You gave it to me.
I don't want it. No, now I do.
I just don't want him to have it.
Give me a will save, Ursa.
No. 23.
That's a pretty good will save.
Not bad, not bad.
Not bad, not bad. Are you happy with the 23?
You know, I have luck points. That's 926. See if I can do better. 30.
30 is much better. He does raise his hand to try to take it back from you, but the stone vibrates and it hums and it stays at your side.
Leave.
I'll be seeing you soon.
I dread it, actually.
He disappears into the moonstone.
Ursa's gonna put it in her pocket. Did Alara see all that?
She didn't see you get it, but she saw him leave with it.
Yeah. Ursa's gonna put it in her pocket and pretend like she doesn't have it for right now. And go rescue Alara.
Meanwhile, Alara has just been pinned under that debris like this almost animalistic feral rage and screaming and scrambling at the ground, like trying to pull herself up with her one free hand.
Ursa will sort of like flick her hand and throw the debris off of you. Are you okay?
Yes, where did he go? The ferryman, the one with the cloak. He just went up the stairs and he took the stone.
He's gone.
Gone? What do you mean
He
gone?
said that he would be seeing us soon.
So what about the stone?
The stone is somewhere.
Somewhere? Did he take
Give me a
it? Did he
deception
drop
check,
it?
Ursa.
24.
And Alara, give me an insight check.
Oh. Is it weird I want to fail this? I think it's more interesting if I fail, but let's see what happens.
No!
Can I do a reverse hero?
It doesn't work that way. But you can choose not to resist, I guess. Actually, that is something you can choose to do.
Oh, it's so much more interesting that way. I don't know.
Choose carefully.
I really want to see where this goes.
Honestly, I have no clue what I'm doing after this.
That's why.
I did not have a plan.
Yeah, you clearly. Alara is just, I don't know, maybe she gets a sense that there's something off about what Ursa's saying, but also she was just buried under a building.
Did I include the just blown up and also really angry at the stupid Spectre asshole penalty? Oddly enough, that's a -7 circumstance penalty.
So specific. Sister, please, if you saw what happened to the stone, we could go look for it, before someone else gets their hands on it.
Let's try to find Phoenix's body right now. I'd like to try to maybe bring him back with my very low medical skill that I have. Treatment.
I don't know if he wants to
still has
come
a
back.
body.
With a little bit of digging and your precise telekinesis, you're able to find the pieces that you know to be Phoenix.
So he's like torn up.
He's not like dying. He's
blown up pretty good.
Okay. Well, scratch that.
You found parts of him.
He flew too close to the sun that was inside this building.
or the
Laura,
sun flew too close to him, rather.
What happened?
Have a good night, Jupe. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Night.
Hi, Jupe.
I was down there. I saw the trooper that took the stone. I was just going to try to get it back from him. And then there was this explosion. His powers must have gone off and set off some... There was some gas in the building or something.
Now, Alara, give me a deception check.
It's not untrue.
Technically, she's telling the truth.
And Ursa, give me an insight check. You don't think Alara is telling you the whole truth, but Alara doesn't think you're telling her the whole truth either.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it slide. Considering I have half of the moonstone in my pocket right now. I'm gonna just let us lie to each other really quick.
Yeah. We have to meet up with Daedalus and the others at the starport still. We have to tell Daedalus about what happened to Icarus. Or Phoenix. He
That
said
should
I was
be a
supposed to call him
lovely
Phoenix.
Conversation.
But- Sister, please, if you saw him leave, the ferryman.
Laura, we can talk about this later. There's nothing we can do now.
Chimera, even you can tell something is adrift between these two.
Curious.
Curious. And Alien is not nearby.
Nope.
I will file that for further investigation.
That's...
I would have gone to combat mode to be a little more durable to then start sifting through the rubble as well. But I will make it a point to speak to Mistress Aelin about this curious turn.
Also
Yeah.
of note, Chimera, you did not see the ferryman or the moonstone.
Okay.
Yes, let's meet up with the rest of our team and help protect Starhaven, I suppose.
Yes, we'll deal with this siege, as it were, and then we'll save our home.
Yes, right.
Telling you about you've brought a speeder or something. I think I need to sit down.
I didn't.
There are a couple over in the parking lot of this building, and the people who own them don't need them anymore if you need one.
I was just going to offer a piggyback ride on Chimera's back, but that is also a good option.
You know what? Either works. Chimera, if you don't mind.
Of course not.
And Alara will, I guess, get a ride with Chimera.
Excellent.
Ursa will internally panic.
I was a little worried about Flynn and Aelin scene taking an hour, but with the building exploding, I think we're probably good to say that everybody meets up at the starport at the same time.
Indeed.
And you guys are able to coordinate your efforts. As you are making your way to the starport, however, everybody give me a perception check.
Perception.
Alara, you get a +5 circumstance bonus for being the owner of the Mind Link.
On this perception check?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, shit. I'm gonna need to spend a luck point. It's pretty late. I want to see.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
26.
go ahead and spend a hero point on that. That was not. No, I'm craptastic all night. Thank goodness I haven't been rolling one.
I'll take a 24 for Aelin.
26. Oh no, that's the worst roll on a hero point possible. Thanks. Roll 20. D-bag.
They gave you the same roll twice. That was rude.
Yeah.
Very rude.
I'll take the 21.
Is that with your +5 circumstance bonus?
That is with the +5. Oh man, I could do way better than that. I'm sorry, I'm gonna re-roll.
Eh.
I was like, it's fine, but it's not fine. It's bothering me. I need a win. 29.
I need a win.
29. Perfect. With a 29, anybody who got a 20 or higher, which I think is everybody but Chimera,
Sorry, Chimera.
you feel
That's
Daedalus
perfectly
leave the mental link.
Cromulent.
Leave as in Daedalus has left the mind link, or
Daedalus
Daedalus
left the chat.
has been forcibly kicked from the chat.
I think he was kidnapped by Collapsar. Oh.
I'll say Alara with a 29, you were able to tell that Daedalus was forcibly removed from the mind link by way of being unconscious.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oops, all kidnaps.
Oh no.
Ah. Well, this is unfortunate. But we're here now. Shall we deal with the problem in front of us?
Yeah.
Yes, if we can get to the starport, then maybe we can find Daedalus. Or whatever knocked him unconscious.
All right. Daedalus's real superpower is being fucking kidnapped. Yes. That's a good superpower for him to have. Okay, so everybody arrives at the starport. As you do see that the Farsighters and the Starhaven pilots are pinned down. Astaria is up front. She has been wounded pretty severely. She's got a number of large blaster marks across her chest and across her torso. One of her arms is limp at her side, but she has another hand up that she's using to wrench a starship out of the sky and slam it into the ground. Zoth, Otaku, is not having a good time. He is hiding behind a large collection of anime angels and Farsighter commandos. Most of whom are unconscious. Everybody, roll for initiative.
Yeah.
And click on your token first, since it's been 2 weeks.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The
Oh
token.
yeah.
Did I already go to bulk size? Yes.
Good job, Aylin.
Everybody's initiative just kept going up and up and up. I'm like, I'm gonna roll a freaking 1. It's the opposite of a 1.
I thought I had a good initiative this time.
Yeah.
Me too.
I actually had looked at yours like right when you rolled it. I was like, oh, that's nice.
Good answer, Steve. Good answer.
Survey said 4 on the number list.
Oh, the B's are groups of blood ravagers, and the W is the warship. It's gonna be a theater of the mind scene.
So you said Astaria and Zoth, but did you say Eric?
Eric is not here.
He was playing coordinator, wasn't he?
Mhm.
Yes, he's back where Daedalus was.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, I thought Daedalus was here.
Oh,
Nope,
no.
he was-
Daedalus doesn't have any
Okay.
armor. He's just chilling.
Right, of course.
Oh, so he was with Daedalus.
Yes.
Oh God. Come on.
Apparently, Eric is the next person that kidnaps Daedalus.
Ugh. No, I'm pretty sure Eric is dead.
Eric's not dead.
You were sure about that before.
He's really Phoenix.
Ah,
This is Alex's other way to bring Phoenix back. He was never Phoenix. Eric is Phoenix. Just keep changing the identity of Phoenix. He can never die.
Everyone's Phoenix. I'm Spartacus. All right, Aylin, you are up first.
Some moment that way.
all right. Blood Ravagers. Aelin will turn to Ursa and say, we need a way to take down that warship. We'll clear out some. We shall clear out some of the small fry for you. Aelin will pull out her pistol, aim at a group, and fire.
The We have a couple options.
Okay. I think that minion group is gone, Alex.
You're probably right. Let me roll a toughness check. Wow.
DC, I crit everyone. So DC 30
Oh,
plus,
nice.
actually, plus multi attack. So
Oh,
potentially 35.
yeah, that whole group is gonzo.
Decimated.
What happens, Aelin?
Aelin pulls out her blaster, sights in on the Blood Ravagers, and snarls and unleashes a barrage of blaster bolts that each one hits center mass and just picks up the soldiers and tosses them back.
Excellent. And they go flying. You do recognize some of them, Aelin. And there is a flash of recognition in a lot of the Blood Ravagers when they see you, and they say, "Oh, it's an Arcanthian. I haven't killed one of those in ages."
And you will not be killing any more tonight.
You know, they still only count as one.
Wow.
Chimera.
Oh, God. Okay. So what? I can't do through the mind. It's been too long. All right. What? You just wiped out a minion group, Aelin.
Yes,
Yep.
there are 7 more minion groups, divided up into teams of 4.
All right.
And they're spread out across the starport. There's a number of ships around. Flynn, importantly, you do see the Marion over in Impound Lot. There are also some of those Guardian-class ships that the Starhaven Defense Force just built.
Is there a group threatening Aelin
Close by.
or close by? All right. So I will go in and lay into those clowns. Doo-doo-doo. A 21.
That will hit.
That's 25.
You take out one member of the group.
Okay, now how does so I'm a little hazy on this minion group thing. How does takedown work with that?
So you can attack another group of minions.
Another group. Okay.
Yes. Yep.
But I don't have to take down one, and I'm not next to another group of minions, am I?
Correct.
Okay, so total non sequitur. All right, so I guess I'm done then. I moved and attacked.
Excellent. So you come in, you do attack. You are able to remove one member of the group and chuck them off into space debris. The other 3, because it is the Red Blood Ravager's turns, they are going to, the group that's around Chimera are going to swarm him, and they pull out these large chrome silver gauntlets that they're going to try to punch Chimera with. Chimera, what's your impervious when you're big?
I believe it's 11. All right, I'm gonna double check that. Oh, because I don't have the hit from last time. Yes, it's 11.
It's 11. And that rounds up, so you're actually immune to this punch.
Aha! I mean, Chimera would never joke about that, but somewhere Agent Jones is probably enjoying. No, he wouldn't enjoy that.
As they come in and they start wailing on you, Chimera, you're good to go. The other red group, one of them is going to reach out to get Aelin because they want to have some of that good Arcanthian fur.
Nope.
They get a natural 20 to hit.
That hits, yes.
Chimera, you can interpose.
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Clangs off Chimera.
Yep.
Yes.
And then the last group is going to jump on Flynn.
Hey,
And they get a natural 1 to go with the natural 20 I just rolled. So, Flynn, you are too dashing for this world.
For real, for real.
Ursa, over to you.
Okay, I guess there's a spaceship that I need to take down.
It is a very large spaceship, but it is up there.
I'm gonna try to take it down. At least pull it closer.
we still have a mind link, right?
Yes. Yep.
Another option is we need to take down that ship. Either we need to board it and take it down from inside out, or you can. My fear is if you try to ground it, though, it's going to come down on, well, half the city.
A lot of people. Okay, how?
You could rip it into 2 halves and try to bring it down that way.
You know, that thought did cross my mind. I like ripping things.
I mean, if you want to go full Dark Jedi, I'm not going to argue.
I am gonna try to break it. I'm not even gonna try to rip it. I'm gonna try to like it's a stick,
Excellent.
so that everybody in the ship will also fall to like the ends. If that makes sense.
You're gonna try to flip it upwards and like shake it like a maraca.
Yeah. So like how the Titanic sunk,
Mm-hmm.
but like both.
But like in the air. It's gonna be one poor Imperium guy who flies down and hits the propeller. That's my favorite part of the movie.
Watching Calvin's face when I'm talking is my favorite thing. Because I say thing and Calvin's like,
Our heroes, everybody.
All right, Ursa Berg, go get it.
okay. You just want a telekinetic blast?
Yeah,
What?
yep. Telekinetic blast. Do you want to use any points of power attack or anything like that?
Nah, 27.
27 will hit. It is an object, so it is going to be a DC 32 toughness for the object. It's got a 14 toughness. It gets a 33 to resist your 32.
I'm gonna spend a hero point to do it again.
Okay.
Okay. Aw.
15 will still hit.
15. Oh, thank God. Because it's a giant freaking ship.
That's why I was asking about power attack.
Got it.
Your DC's 32. Its toughness is 24. That'll be a bruise and a daze, which is a
ship.
break for the ship, because it's an object. It doesn't get dazed, but it breaks. I'll say when you flip it up and you start like wrenching it apart with your telekinesis, you're able to remove some of its cannons and some of its other important bits and bobs. What happens?
So she just sort of like walks up, looks up at the ship, holds her hands up, and just starts sort of like tearing her hands apart. And you just hear like these loud like creaking and tearing of metal on metal. And everybody just sort of sees the ship like shuddering, and just pieces are sort of falling off of it, but like not in a dangerous, I'm gonna kill everybody way.
Actually, you know what happens? I'm going to give Alara and Ursa a hero point.
Oh no.
Ursa, you begin ripping the ship apart, filling it with all of your rage and malice and your righteous indignity towards what's happening. And
Oh, no.
the moonstone begins to glow in your pocket.
Well, good thing it's in some fabric. You can't see it glow.
But your hands begin to glow, and the entire ship is atomized by your telekinesis.
Atomized?
Yes, it is reduced from a solid object into just atoms.
The whole ship?
The whole ship and everybody in it.
Okay.
Alara, your sister has the moonstone.
Ursa's face is just shock.
Yeah, I don't know if Alara has words in this moment.
Yes.
The blood ravagers are all like, what the fuck just happened?
Was that?
So
was
is
it
everyone else.
Was
Mhm.
it just there's just the main warship, or was there like tons of like escort ships and fighter ships and stuff as well?
There are like 5 or 6 of these large warships in the dome. That was not the largest one. The largest one is floating over central, the preserver hall right now. And actually, I'm going to give everybody a hero point,
Oh God.
which will be valid for the beginning of next episode. So let me write down +1 HP for everyone in the chat here. Because one of those warships turns or you see its cannons turn this direction, and it says, and they seem shook by what just happened. And a number of vessels streak up and out of where the Farsighter consulate is. Heading towards as the violence quiets. Jupiter looms in the sky above you, its red, unfeeling eye staring down, and the dome crackles with blue light as a hologram is projected across its surface. A single black and red ship streaks towards Preserver Hall, which Aelin recognizes as the Scar, coming to hover just outside the skyward observation window. Its door opens with a hiss and drops a ramp that shatters the window. 24 blood ravagers descend the ramp, followed by a muscular woman with light purple skin, outfitted in light combat clothing and mechanical gauntlets. She is dragging 2 men in chains behind her, Daedalus and Eric. Her voice echoes throughout the city, projected by speakers in her ship. New citizens of the Imperium, rejoice, for you are saved. I am Conan Blood Ravager, and you all will make a suitable gift for my father, the Star Khan. She pauses and picks Daedalus up by the throat with one hand. This fight is over. We have control of the Propyliae. If you do not surrender now, we will switch off the life support and present my father with a graveyard. And that's where we're going to end this week's session.
Wow.
Whoa.
So the 2 hero points that you gave Ursa and Alara, can we have those at the beginning of next session?
Yes.
Since you made this complication for me.
Gotta keep it complicated.
I was thinking the exact thing.
That's really scary because that makes 3 of us.
Oh my god.
We've been playing together too long, everybody.
Nerds of a certain age.
Or musical taste.
Well, well, yeah. So, thank you everybody for hanging out with us tonight. It was great to be back in Starhaven for me. I'm not sure it was great for everybody else, but it was great for me. As far as news around the network, tomorrow night we will be back with the Gemstars, including the wonderful Masked Blade, who is there to help alongside the wonderful heroes of Lafandi. And Wednesday, we will be having the Deuce run his Deadlands game, Long Black Train, as part of our ongoing Spooktober 2022 offerings. That's going to be great. Thursday, we'll have a new blog post. Friday, we will have our new episodes from YouTube up on the website. And we still have our Patreon open. Please feel free if you want to support what we're doing and help us grow. Our Patreon is the best way to do that. I'm going to give everybody a chance to say goodbye and plug anything they want to plug, and then we'll get out of here for the evening, starting with Kevin.
Hey, thanks for joining us as we return to Starhaven this week. Lots of great stuff happening this month. So be sure and check it out when you get a chance. I'll see you next Monday. Over to you, Jonesy.
Thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. Looking forward to more craziness next week. We do have, as Alex mentioned, we do have Deadlands this Wednesday as part of our spectacular Spooktober. And then the following week, I'm going to be running a 2-part Cthulhu game set in the 80s, which is going to be loads of fun. So at least that's the plan. So with that, I'll kick down to Kat.
Guys, thanks for watching. Definitely come watch next week because it might be the episode that Calvin yells at Kat.
Ooh.
Spice things up. Other than that, definitely watch Deadlands on Wednesday. That sounds like such a fun game. I'm sure it'll be a blast. And watch Jonesy's game the next 2 weeks because that also sounds like a blast. Love Halloween games. Other than that, I'll just kick it to Andy.
Yep. Thanks everyone for joining us tonight. If you're watching this live, we really appreciate it. If they're watching this on video on demand or over on our YouTube or on our website, we appreciate it. If you get a chance to watch us live, we try to interact with our chat. So if you get a chance, come join us live. I don't really have anything else, so we will see you next week. Calvin.
All right. Well, again, like everyone said, thanks for swinging by and taking part in this awesome story with us. It's really fun and really stressful. Also, be sure to come by tomorrow for Gemstars and Wednesday for Deadlands. It's going to be a ton of fun, hopefully. Probably spooky also on Wednesday. What else? Oh yeah, Win with Dice, the thing that I do. Sorry, I'm so frazzled. again, we
Yeah, I
do
wonder
have
why.
right? We have live gaming streams over there, playing some Dead Space. It's terrifying, but I'm soldiering my way through it, as well as our podcast where we're doing a giveaway. I think this week would be the last one, so swing by and check that out. And I'll pass it up to Alex.
Yeah, thank you everybody. If you do come and join us in the live audience, you can cuss me out in real time like the players and everybody else in the audience. It's a perk. It's a benefit.
It's a perk.
Yeah, thank you again, everybody who's been hanging out with us. Thank you to my players for agreeing to go on this journey with me and being the best players in the world, because I love you all very, very much.
Feels like a lie, but okay.
It's true. I only traumatize because I care. Like every other dad from the 80s.
Oh.
A whole lot of talk about the 80s from someone that don't remember the 80s.
Someone that wasn't even alive during the 80s.
It's true. It's true. At least not in this form. Poor Phoenix. Rest in peace.
Oh.
He's probably gone for good now. I don't.
You're right. I mean, yeah, it's like he'd come back from the dead again.
Mm.
We'll talk to Mortis about it. That'll be a Freedom League dark problem. Thank you again, everybody. We'll be here next week, same bad time, same bad channel. Make good choices and be good people. We will see you then.